Hey guys, welcome back to Life Learning with me, Christy. For those of you who don't know, I currently attend Western Governors University, studying my bachelor's degree in elementary education at the Teachers College. Today, I would like to just kind of answer questions that you may have about me. I feel like I should have started with this kind of video like a long time ago, but never late than never. Some questions about me are in general, and other questions have to do with WGU and my future career as a teacher. So, this channel is all about navigating life as a WGU student, especially for those who are in the teacher's program or a similar program to the undergraduate bachelor's degree. Um, but it's also for online college students as well. Some of my content has videos for everyone, so you are welcome to again check out my channel. I do have three different playlists for you. The first is called Terms, and these are basically vlogs where I update you about how my semesters are going at WGU. How do I go through orientation? How do I take certain classes? How do I pass certain classes with requirements? And my recommendations for each course that you might be having to take for your degree program. The second playlist I have is college success, and this really has how to pass courses, how to pass certain exams for you for your state, especially if you're a teacher, how to kind of manage student life because there's a lot going into it, and resources for online students. And the last playlist I have is really about planning, semester planning, college planning, really everything that kind of goes into that. I try and post one video every week, but I do have some flexibility, some leeway for me, especially when like holidays come up or like a birthday or something. But usually you can expect to find one video either Friday or Saturday of every week. I grew up in North Carolina, um, but I was born in Louisiana. So I kind of consider myself a Yankee. I do not consider myself a Southerner, having grown up in the northern part of the United States. Um, I often say I'm a northern girl in a southern world, and it's so true because my heart is with the north. Sorry. um, I've been in multiple school systems throughout my childhood. I have family that is in the education system, um, and I've kind of had experience. I've always had experience with being in a classroom. My family moved back and forth between the two states. After high school, I went to a local university in my state, but I later transitioned here to WGU because of transportation and financial issues. Um, I've been married to my husband for about 6 years. Um, we've been together for about 7. We met at a local grocery store, where we both worked at. I was a freshman in college at that time, and he was a senior in high school. He was a stalker meat guy, and I was a cashier. And the story goes is that he found out I had a crush on him, and he eventually asked me out. We dated for about a year and then got married within a 3-month engagement. When you know, you know. I think I just turned 20, so we were very young. um, he currently works as a pipe fitter, kind of like blue collar work. He works with outside, lots of dirt, and boots and a hard hat. So that's kind of his career right now. We have 2 cats, Smokey and Ash. They are twin boy silver tabby cats. Um, they will be 2 in November of 2023. Honestly, I can't believe they're growing so fast. Oh my gosh. I think that's 20 I think it's 24 years in cat years. I'm not exactly sure, but it's somewhere around there. They are a handful at times, but I wouldn't trade them for anything. They warm our hearts and we laugh at their personalities all the time. In 5 years, I have a couple of things, well, more than a couple of things really that I hope to achieve, me and my husband especially. My husband will be getting his bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering. I will be finished with my bachelor's. pursuing my master's. Um, I will also hopefully be teaching full time, and hopefully using my master's um, for curriculum design part time, hopefully doing something with that part time. And then lastly, we really hope to move into a newer house. I always knew that at some stage I would pursue a master's. Most teachers do tend to pursue a master's. A part of me said, why not just take a break and then go get your master's? But I just don't really see in the sense of that. I want to finish my master's so that my husband can take over and go to school. It's kind of like taking turns. Um, and I just thought, why wait? I don't want to wait. We want to be settled, and we want to have degrees, and we want to have the careers that we really want. So I was going to pursue a master's in elementary education. Then my mentor complimented me and said that I'd be really good with curriculum designing and instruction. And I actually looked it up, did some research, and it just kind of saw that I was actually interested in that it's a new passion of mine. I know the curriculum in my state could really use some guidance, and I feel like I could make a really good difference. I feel like I could, help my coworkers on the side doing something like that, or in my fellow school system as well. I think it would just be awesome to implement. As far as my doctorate goes, this was something that I've just come to terms with recently. I had some people in my life that were kind of role models for that. But I really want to just go far in life with education. I plan to never stop teaching no matter how far I age. I don't ever want to retire. And even then, if I have to retire, I think I'd still do something at home. Because I just don't see myself stopping really. I would love to encourage the next generation of educators. Later down my life, I hope to be a professor, or maybe the head of some department, or just something that really could, really make a difference in. Um, I really believe that later down my life, since I'm so passionate about education, I really want to make positive changes for the education as a whole. Um, I've really understood that I was born a leader, not a follower, and I've always felt that I could use this as an insightful way to uh, change the face of education, and which is why I will pursue educational leadership for my doctorate degree. I haven't decided where I'm going to get that doctorate degree, but I'm keeping my options open at this point. But my master's, I'm definitely going to go ahead at WGU and do that. I wish they did have a doctorate's program. I really wish. I love their program so much. I really wish I could just stay with them. But I'm going to keep my options open for a doctorate degree. Well, obviously, my first passion is education. uh, Traveling is another passion of mine. I like to travel locally, and then like to travel to new places too. I like to really go to like local events. I'm becoming more aware that I really like to kind of stay within my area and then kind of explore to new places as well. So traveling is definitely one of those. Um, I've always been passionate about history and art, books, and mental and emotional health. I think is so crucial and important in anybody's life, really, not just education. So yeah, those are some of my passions. Um, in my free time, it really just depends on what I feel like doing. Sometimes I try and keep a habit of self-care and workout routine, exercising, that sort of thing. A lot of times though, I'll just sit outside, listen to music, write, um, paint, read, play with my cats, maybe binge watch a movie or something. Really take a walk in nature. I love we have a big backyard, and I love everything about nature. So maybe just walking around, going to a park, things like that. Spending time with family and friends, of course. And yeah, so I it really just depends. But that's what I try. I try and do other things. I really try and stay productive. I try and uh, tone down social media and all that, the news and all that kind of stuff. I really try and do more productive stuff. I definitely clean a lot in my spare time, unfortunately. I actually answer this question a little bit more deeper in a separate video that I made. So I'll post it down below and it should be here up somewhere. So feel free to check that out. I'm not really going to answer it here because I've already kind of made a video about that one. There's a few things that I typically don't eat or drink. Sushi. Sorry, I've tried it. Not a fan. Um, I'm sorry. You are welcome to eat the sushi if you were a sushi fan. I'm just not. I've tried it and I think that's the reason I didn't like it. Sorry. Um, Also dairy. I have a dairy allergy, and when I go out to eat or I tell people that I have a dairy allergy, it just makes sense to tell them this instead of over explaining, but I will explain it further down. I get sick from the sugar of milk, which is commonly known as lactose. I also get sick, which is uncommonly known as the milk protein called casein or whey. Um, it's a milk protein, and both kind of inhibit the same symptoms. So I get sick from both of those, which is why I can't have dairy. I have severe symptoms, and it just puts my body through a ringer. Like my stomach will be really sore the next day. That's how I know it's that. um, I also have a chronic condition called IBS. So there are certain things I can't have too many of, or it'll make me sick. So I really have to kind of watch what I eat. Unfortunately, IBS is something that I was born with, and lactose intolerant, and the milk protein. I think part of it can be genetic, but a lot of adults I'm finding is that they're having it later on in life, kind of thing. Um, my husband is lactose intolerant, but he has less severe symptoms than I do. But so he and I both live a dairy-free lifestyle, but sometimes he does continue to eat dairy. I just tend to, eat at home a lot more. I don't really go to a lot of fast food restaurants. There's only a few places I do go where people actually do know me. And anytime I go out to a restaurant, they really accommodate me. If they accommodate me super well, I always give them, a really nice tip because I understand. But I really appreciate those who can accommodate me. When I go to friends or family's houses, normally if they really know or are more aware about it, they'll also take into consideration how to best accommodate me, which I super appreciate. Well, obviously, I couldn't live without teaching. I mean, if I couldn't be a teacher, I think I would just God, I can't imagine that because no, I cannot live without teaching. Personal family, not just biological family for me. I think it's more to do with just friends. So kind of like my personal chosen family. Chicken, I love chicken. um, I can't get enough of chicken. There's so many different things you can do with it, and it's sometimes not always, but it can be a little bit cheaper. So I love chicken. Oh my gosh. I watch a lot of I have many different, TV series I like to binge watch, but the ones that I'm finding that I typically kind of go on rotation with, I think there are maybe about 4 of them. The Big Bang Theory is one of them. It's a comedy about 2 physicists, Leonard and Sheldon, one engineer, Howard, one astrophysicist, Raj, kind of how about they navigate their life, their careers, how they find love, kind of everyday stuff. And it's mostly about nerds, so they do have references to many different things. There's 12 seasons, and there's even a spin-off series called Young Sheldon that I tend to watch too, but it's not as often. The next show that I tend to watch a lot is Friends. This is an older kind of TV show. And when I first watched it, I didn't like it the first time. I actually had to watch it the second time, and then I really liked it. It's kind of funny. For those of you who don't know, Friends is a comedy about 6 friends who live in New York City, and they just kind of navigate life together. The third show that I typically watch is Grey's Anatomy. It's a drama about a woman named Meredith Grey and how she navigates her career as a surgeon. I think it's still ongoing. I think they have like 19 seasons. The last one is Down Abbey. It's a drama about the British upper class in the 1900s and the lives of their servants as well. Um, They have 6 seasons and 2 movies. My favorite season, it's a tie really between fall and winter, and this goes back to me being a northern girl, but fall definitely comes first. I love the colors, I love the leaves, all the events. There's so many fun things to do during fall. Um, the football games start up, so, and I usually watch LSU. Panthers, Steelers, and Eagles for NFL. Those are the teams I typically root for. In fall, there's also holidays like Halloween, Thanksgiving, and my birthday. Yay! My birthday is actually coming up. I'm super excited. um, and for winter, I just love the colder seasons. Sweater weather is just so me. That's my favorite kind of slogan. And obviously all the winter holidays like Valentine's, New Year's, Christmas. I always hope, especially down here, that I'll be wearing some sort of like long sleeve, kind of like a hat and a scarf, but I really don't feel like that's going to happen this year with Louisiana because it's still hot and I'm still wearing a short sleeve shirt. So I feel like I'm going to be in short sleeve shirt and shorts for Christmas. Bummer. But maybe that'll change. I watch many different types of movies, from like historical, romance, comedy, sometimes sci-fi, family, kids, action. It really just depends on what I'm in the mood for. I really don't have a top favorite. I wish I did. If I had to list maybe my top 5 movie series, because I mean, that's a thing. um, I think it would be Harry Potter, Avatar, Star Wars, uh, Fast and Furious, and Hunger Games. So that's 5 movie series. I have more, but that's my top 5. Um, Top 5 specific movies? Oh gracious. Well, The Grinch, I mean, it's because 'cause I'm thinking about it, it's close to Christmas. The newer one, I will watch the others, but the newer one is my favorite. Um, Midway, Runaway Bride, Hidden Figures, I'm obsessed with that movie. I think I've watched it like 100 times, I kid you not. I love that movie. Um, Remember the Titans. Yeah, it's about football, so. A lot of movies that I typically watch or have to do with the season, so I'm kind of that person. I rotate with whatever movies, but I will watch. Sometimes I'll get a craving for like a horror movie in the summer, or a Christmas movie in spring. It's really weird. So it really just depends on what I feel like watching. But those are my top 5 movie series and top 5 specific movies. My husband and I were not married for more than a month when we were in a um, really bad car accident. A truck came out of nowhere and hit me. I was airlifted to the nearest hospital. Um, they determined that it was a femur fracture. For those of you who don't know what the femur is, it's one of the strongest bones in the body. It's located like from the knee up on your thigh of either leg, but it was my left leg. I had a metal rod placed inside of it with screws at the knee. It took me 3 months to relearn how to walk. Yeah. I had lots of physical therapy, emotional and physical trauma as well. I literally went from walker to cane to legs. I have so much empathy for anyone in a wheelchair or a walker or a cane because I have been through a similar experience, and especially in a walker, I mean, man, it takes a lot of energy and effort just to get from point A to point B. Um, I remember we'd have to like park in the blue parking spot for the disabled, and I it was still not close enough for me to, manage to do the walker thing. So I was really happy when I finally was moved to the cane and to my actual legs. I still have the rod in my leg. I don't have the screws anymore because they weren't needed. My leg is actually healed. Um, and there's always been talk about me taking out the rod, but I guess I'm just not comfortable or ready yet for that. I just feel like it's a part of me now. So online college has really made me more productive. It's allowed me to manage my time better. I have more self-awareness for myself. I feel more confident and excited for each course, and I really have better grades and GPA even. So a typical day, I wake up, I feed my cats. Usually there's a cat greeting by me at my bedroom door every morning. If not, he is my alarm clock telling me, "Oh my gosh, I've overslept, wake up." But I usually typically wake up at a consistent time, somewhere between 5 to 7 a.m. I get a head start on some chores, I eat breakfast, I do morning classwork, or morning class, which really is about 2 hours of my coursework. After that, I eat lunch. I do other stuff, other obligations that I have throughout the day. In the afternoon, I'll have afternoon class, and that's about an hour and a half or so. Um, After that, I do other stuff that I have to do, like personal development, workouts, maybe take a power nap if I can squeeze it in there some way. My days are pretty busy, even during the week. And in the evening, I kind of greet my husband as he walks through the door, and supper, evening routine, go to bed. Go to bed no later than 9 to 10 p.m. is usually what I try and stick between. I really wanted to find a place to inspire online college students and college students who were at WGU. I thought about starting a blog, but then I realized I decided to do a YouTube channel because I really have more interest to make videos. I listen to a lot of a wide range of things. Again, really just depends. But if I had to choose, a top favorite would be alternative. Um, Sometimes pop, sometimes oldies, hip hop, and kind of like classical music. My favorite book genre, well, the books I think are more specific. I think I stick between two, sometimes three. Sometimes I will read educational books, whether that's health, that's life, or my profession, my future career. Historical fiction and romance. So some fun facts about me, just to kind of tie this all up. My biggest fear, heights. I love tea over coffee. I'm both a late owl and early bird. I would love to travel to Italy, UK, Germany, France, and even Australia. I'm a cat and dog person. I I have played the piano and the flute. I think and still really know how to play those. Recorder and lap harp. I prefer both the mountains and the beach. But if I had to pick which one to live, it'd probably be mountains. Favorite places to shop? TJ Maxx, any bookstore, Amazon, yeah. Uh, Bath and Body Works, and Target. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any more questions or comments, please leave them down below. I hope you all have a great rest of the day and see y'all again soon. Bye.